Hey y'all, we've had a big day and now we're home and I need to make supper and I needed to make something kind of quick and filling and healthy and all that. So we were at a cookout yesterday at my daughter's and she sent a couple hamburgers home and we didn't really want hamburgers today, so I'm going to make vegetable beef stew with soup with them, and I'll show you how I do it. I'm going to put the camera down so you can watch. Here's my pot, and I hope you can see that. Here's the hamburger. They were big hamburgers, as you can see all the meat. And onions I've chipped up, and I'm putting that in the pan. I've already got my pan heating. And I'm looking for a spoon, which I should have already had one out. But I'm going to let that just start heating up. The hamburger had a little bit of cheese on it, but that's okay. It's not going to hurt anything. And we're going to have a lot of flavors in this soup. This, I'm going to raise you back up a minute, is my grease pot. And this is full of bacon grease, hog gel grease, fatback grease, all kinds of grease like that I save because it really is so flavorful to add some of that to whatever you're cooking. I don't always add that to my stuff, just sometimes, but I'm going to put a little bit of that. And in the South, we use a lot of grease. So, I'm just trying to get my onions a little bit tender and heat my meat up a little bit. So I'm going to stir that around just a little bit more. And it's sticking some on the bottom, but that's okay because when I add the liquid and it boils for a while or simmers for a while, it'll take all that up. So that's all I'm going to do as far as letting that cook. And then I have some tomato juice here. I don't know if you can see. This came from Aldi. And I'm going to add, about half the bottle. For the time being, I'm going to add about half the bottle. And this hamburger, when I cut it up, I was just trying to get it smaller so it can get heated and all. See, it's kind of in squares, but that's going to all crumble by the time my soup is made. But, got that in there. And you know I'm a real big fan of strong flavors. This is my jar of garlic that I cut up and put olive oil in. So I'm going to put a nice big spoonful of that in there to help with the seasoning. And I may wind up putting a little bit more. I do believe I'm going to put a little bit more of the garlic. I'm going to put this much more, plus a little bit fell. I'm going to put that much more in there. So it's going to be really garlicky. And something else I'm going to add, I don't know if you maybe have ever seen this, but this is Vegemite. And this is a concentrated yeast extract. I'm sorry about the glare. People in Australia eat this like on bread, kind of like we would eat peanut butter. It is, I want to put this up while I talk to you. This is just a staple for them. I had to special order this on, I think, eBay or Amazon one. But my husband hates this. I think it's okay, but I'm not, I don't particularly care to eat it on a sandwich. I tried that, and it's just not that good. But it's great in something like this. And as long as we don't tell my husband, everything's great. So I'm going to put probably this much, put a good tablespoon in the soup. And he will never know that it's in there. But if I told him it was in there, he would hate the soup. So I have that in. And next, I'm going to put some frozen vegetables I had. I'm going to put you back down. I had about 1 1/4 containers of frozen vegetables, and some of this has like a little ice in it. I'm not sure if it was frozen and then became unfrozen and froze back, but see, it's just like a big lump, but it'll be fine once it gets in here and gets thawed and heats up and all that. So I have that in there, and I meant to have these cubes of beef bouillon already open, and then I forgot, but I'm going to put about 3 beef bouillon cubes in. I don't know why. I've always been a big fan of strong flavor, but I am, so I never cook without putting a lot of seasoning. And today we went to a place, which you can see it on video if you want to watch. It's called Judge's Riverside. And they have the best sourdough rolls. And so we bought half a dozen to bring home. And I'm going to serve this with that or crackers, whichever my family wants to have. And this little booger will not open. There it goes. Okay, that's 3 of the bouillons. And I'm going to put 1 more can of green beans in it with the broth. I just really enjoy green beans, and so does my family, so we're going to have that. And the broth tastes good in there to kind of break up all the tomato flavor. And if you will hold on 1 second, I am so sorry, but I forgot 2 things that I love in soup. One of them is basil, and I'm going to put probably about a tablespoon of basil and a tablespoon of parsley. I need to try to put something over my window or something because this light is terrible. But I have those 2 things in there. And that should be it. Maybe I'll put a little more tomato juice. Not much. About like that. I probably used 2/3 of a 46 ounce bottle. So this is our soup. I'm going to let it simmer for a while, And when it's done, I'll come back and serve you up a plate or a bowl and let you see how it looks. So I'll check with you in a little while. Bye. Hey guys, the soup's finished and ready to serve up. I'll show it to you in the pot. It's nice and rich and hearty and thick and full of vegetables and all that you saw me put in it. I'll show you how I ladle some up for my husband. I'm going to give him a couple scoops to begin with. Maybe I'll give him a little more broth. That's what it looks like in the bowl. And put the camera back up. We got sourdough rolls today at a restaurant we ate at. So I'm going to serve this. It's hard to show soup because you can't really turn it. Let me do it like this. Here's the sourdough roll with the soup. And so that's our quick and delicious supper. I hope you give it a try. It's really good. And y'all have a really good evening, and I will see you soon. Bye-bye.